What up, everyone? So, we've got a brand new box here, one we've never seen before. Brand new to the channel, brand new in general. This is called Terror Treasures. This is a brand new company. They had a Kickstarter program, and they eventually got funded, so they're starting a company now. And basically, it's a horror subscription box. Now, I've tried out some horror subscription boxes before, didn't end up keeping any of them. I'm not as well versed in it. Same with the whole anime thing. I like horror, but I'm not super well versed in it. I haven't seen them all. I don't keep up to date with them. So there may be some stuff I don't recognize, but that's just what it is. Comes with the territory. So I'd love to know more about horror, but I just don't have the time for it. So it's one of those things that kind of gets lost in translation. But I know all the classics. I'm a big fan of those, so I like all those too. They offer different sizes of this box. I think this is one of the larger ones. They have a $30, a $50, $75, and then $115. I'm pretty sure this is the $115. So let's take a look at this box and give this company a little rating. Obviously, they don't have their own design box yet, but for obvious reasons, they're a brand new company. Alright, got a letter here. I don't know if I should read the whole thing. Yeah, it says what's on there, so I'll save that for later. Alright. Take a look at what we got here. First, looks like we got a very large statue from Ghoulies. I remember this. Yeah, they actually have this picture on their website as one of the featured items. So cool. Looks like a full-scale statue. Let's take this out and take a look at the quality. Oh, okay. It's much smaller than I thought. Box is much bigger than merited. So the statue is actually fairly small. This is about how big it is. Way too much box for how big the statue is. They need a smaller box. Alright, got this. Got this here. And there we go. Let's get closer to that. So we got a nice Ghoulies statue. I can get the camera to focus, right? There we go. So yeah, and I'm assuming this is porcelain or polystone of some kind. It's not plastic. It's definitely some kind of die cast or something like that. So yeah, good quality, decent sculpt, good paint job. Alright, cool. That works. I have actually never seen that before. I'm not too familiar with that movie, but I definitely recognize it. So there's that. And I guess we just have one more thing. Alright. So, okay, we got some cards in here. Looks like we got a shirt. Alright. Sorry, it's taking longer than I thought. Alright, now let's take a look at this shirt. Chucky Charms. So, Chucky is one of my favorite horror characters. Child's Play was always my favorite, so I like that. And it looks like we got the Fruit of the Loom. It has a weird smell to it. That's weird. Yeah, but the design is cool. I like the shirt. The quality on it doesn't feel too great. It's pretty rough. And I don't think that's always common with Fruit of the Loom, but a lot of the times when, yeah, it says heavy HD, so these are the heavy-duty style of shirts, which I'm not a big fan of. I like the more soft-style fitted shirts. That's just me, though. That's my personal preference. But some people do like the heavy-duty ones. These do last longer, but they're just not as comfortable and they're not fitted. I like the comfort and fit of them versus, like, long-lasting shirts. But that's just my personal preference. I like that, too. So I like the design on that, but I'll give that a good 7 out of 10. So there we go. There's the shirt. Looks like we got something else in here. Alrighty. And this looks like face cards. It says Killer Babes Edition number 1. So these look like some collectible cards. Let's open these up and see what we got. I'm assuming it's women of horror. Seems to kind of be the theme. So yeah, these are just like black and white renditions of different women from horror. Go. Kind of stuff there. So cool. I've never heard of this card series before. And it actually looks like it has a limited run on it. You can see on the bottom here it says 162 of 500. So there is actually a limited run on these cards. I don't know. I'm trying to see what the company is here. Brian Winton. So maybe this is something that's custom done. Not totally sure on that. I'll have to do a little more research. But cool. Got some nice collectible cards. Comes in a nice little case too. So that works. Alright. What else do we got here? This looks like a... This kind of looks like a custom playing card, if I'm guessing that right. So this looks like it is hand drawn on a playing card. Really nicely done. It's a really cool drawing. I like that. On a 6 of diamonds, so that's cool. Got a little custom piece of art there on just your standard bicycle deck. Nice. That's really cool. Did a good job. Alright. This looks like some advertisement. Yep. And then last one is a little pin. It looks like we got Jason. It's really hard to see. It's very tiny. Get to focus. Come on. Focus up. There we go. So yeah, looks like we got Jason right there, and it's nice, the nice kind of pin where it has like embeveled, embossed texture to it. So there we go. Alright, I guess that was all the items in there, unless I missed something. Yeah. And I don't think there's, it says on the first paper what's everything that's in there, so I'll double check on that. Alright, so that was our box. So we'll take a short little break and then we'll come back, talk about some value on these items, and give this box a rating. See you soon. Alright, we are back. So, let's talk about some value on this box. I was reading the note he left with me, and I was right. Most of these things are custom made. These are a lot of custom things, and I think that's kind of the point they're going for in this box, to be an alternative to like the mass-produced kind of items. So, I think it's going to be more about custom artwork, custom made things. I think that's going to be the point of this box, and probably their main selling point, which I know a lot of people are a fan of. You guys have watched Johnny Tellez. I know he gets, one of his favorites I think was Parcel of Terror, where it's the same thing, where it's custom items, so I know a lot of the horror fans do appreciate that kind of stuff. So that's more what we're working with here. So, starting off with the Ghoulies statue. This isn't custom made at all. This is a actual produced item. This is going around $35, and it kind of goes up from there, but you can get it right around that price. Then, what do we got? Our little Freddy pin. This goes for about $5. It's a nice quality pin. It's got some nice embezzle emboss to it, like I showed before. So there we go. And then we got our t-shirt. So I always give t-shirts the same thing. I gave this a 7 out of 10. I like the design on it, but t-shirts always get the standard $12 to $15 value. He did mention that this is, you can buy this one specifically from the website, not his website. It's punkaesthetic.com. And this one was $20 on there, but I still give him the standard $12 to $15 value. The whole different story, but that's always what I give him as far as value. Then, this custom artwork. So I was right looking at it, this is custom artwork, and this is from an illustrator named Illa Inc., and he does sell these specifically. He does this for a living, and he has an actual website. And for this, he charges, I think it was, what was it? I think he charged $25 for this on his website. So it kind of, that is the value of it. It's hard to say in a resale market because I don't think he's popular enough to be on the resale market. So that's kind of the only thing I have to go off of. Because the funny thing about custom art, it's only as valuable as the artists themselves. And it just kind of depends. There's so much into the factor. But if that's how much someone's selling their art for, that's how much it costs. So it is what it is. So technically that's $25 for the artwork. Then, the cards also were custom made. Like I said, it said 162 out of 500. These are custom made cards. There's 500 sets of them out there, but these are done by someone, and same situation. I guess these are all, I'm assuming, drawings of his or illustrations of his, and that is Byron Winton. He also has like an Etsy and things like that where you can pick these up. But yeah, so these were running $10 for this set of cards. This is the female one. They also have one for the males of horror. So that's that. And yeah, I got the advertisements for those artists right here. And I think that was all the items in the box. I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, so that was it. So final value on the low end is going to be about 87. On the high end is going to be about 90. Now this box, this is their $115 box, so $115 is what it costs for this box. So you get quite a bit lower than you pay for. Even if I took into consideration the t-shirt value, the full $20 value which it would cost, which is really expensive for a t-shirt. But even considering that, that would only bring it up to $95 on the high end. So that is still about $20 less than you would pay for the box. So value-wise is not going to be their main thing, but you're never going to expect that from new companies. Companies that are just starting out are going to always have a tough time with the value, and that just kind of comes with the territory. It's harder for them to order in bulk, especially if you're doing custom artwork and things like that. There's really no way to order in bulk like you can with these bigger company boxes. So value is not going to be their big hitting point, but the thing that does hit home with them is, like I said, the customization to it. They have a survey on their site, fill out what you like, and they will customize the boxes to you. So kind of like what Bobos does. And this one, again, is geared more towards the artwork, so that's something to look forward to, so that's something cool to check out. So with that all being said, I do like this box, I like the items in here, and I like that he found really good artists and put in custom artwork. And it's not things he did himself, it's that custom artwork done by actual artists, so I appreciate that. I like that. As an artist myself, I appreciate that. But the value, it does take a big hit on that. So that all being said, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. The value is low, but the items in here were good, and you do get one-of-a-kind items, which is really cool to see. That's very much appreciated, and the things in there that were custom have a limited run. But let me know what you guys thought about it. If you want to check him out, I'll leave the link in the description to his website, so feel free to order from this company. And they offer boxes of all sizes. Like I said, they have a $30, $50, $75, and a $115. So feel free to check them out and fill out a survey and see what you get from them. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been Terror Treasures, 5 out of 10 on the box, 7 out of 10 on the shirt. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. Love y'all. Peace.